Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel where we make science simple and fun. Today I'm breaking down the difference between sensible heat and latent heat in just 3 minutes. These concepts might sound complicated, but I promise by the end of this video you'll have a clear understanding of both. First off, let's talk sensible heat. This is the type of heat that we can directly measure and feel. Sensible heat is the energy we add or remove from a substance to change its temperature. It's straightforward and easy to grasp. It's the kind of heat you can, sense. For example, when you touch a hot stove, you're feeling sensible heat. Imagine heating up a pot of water on the stove. As you turn up the heat, the water temperature starts to rise. As the water temperature rises, you're adding sensible heat. This is because the energy is going into increasing the temperature of the water. You can measure this change with a thermometer because it's all about changing the temperature. The thermometer will show a steady increase as more heat is added. Now let's switch gears to latent heat. This type of heat is a bit more elusive and harder to detect. Latent heat is a bit sneakier. It's the heat energy required to change the state of a substance, like from solid to liquid or liquid to gas, without changing its temperature. It's the heat energy required to change the state of a substance, like from solid to liquid or liquid to gas, without changing its temperature. For instance, when ice melts into water or water boils into steam, latent heat is at play. Imagine that pot of water again. This time, let's focus on what happens when it starts to boil. Once the water reaches 100 degrees Celsius, it starts boiling. At this point, even though you keep adding heat, the temperature stays the same. Even though you keep adding heat, the temperature stays the same. This is because the added energy is being used to change the water into steam, not to increase the temperature. That's latent heat at work. It's the energy going into breaking those molecular bonds to change the water into steam. It's the energy going into breaking those molecular bonds to change the water into steam. This process requires a lot of energy, which is why the temperature doesn't change during the phase transition. So, to recap, sensible heat changes temperature and we can feel and measure it. It's the heat we experience in our everyday lives. Latent heat changes the state, and we can't measure it just by looking at the temperature. It's the hidden energy that makes phase changes possible. But why should you care? Understanding these concepts can help you in many practical ways. Well, understanding these concepts is crucial in fields like meteorology, HVAC systems, and even cooking, for example. Meteorologists use these principles to predict weather patterns. For instance, when you sweat, your body uses latent heat to evaporate the sweat, cooling you down without changing your body temperature. Cool, right? This is a practical application of latent heat in our daily lives. All right, let's wrap it up. Sensible heat changes temperature, latent heat changes state. Both are essential for understanding how energy works in the world around us. Sensible heat changes temperature, latent heat changes state. Both are essential for understanding how energy works in the world around us. These concepts are fundamental in science and have real-world applications. Both are essential for understanding how energy works in the world around us. From the weather we experience to the technology we use, sensible and latent heat play crucial roles. If you found this quick explainer helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. For more Science Made Simple, your support helps us create more content like this. Leave any questions in the comments below and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of science.